Hey guys, so today's video is going to be the ever so popular Draw My Life video, and I was really excited to film this for you. I didn't go too in depth into my life, just kind of the surface, but hopefully you guys can take away something from this video and learn something that you didn't already know about me. I was born on October 24th, 1995 to two amazing parents, and I was actually born in the capital city of Canada, which is Ottawa, Ontario. I also came into this world with two amazing stepbrothers, Justin and Wes. They were much older than me, and in current times now, Justin has a wife, Charlene, and a son, Kale, and then another daughter, Claire, and they're absolutely amazing. And then Wes also has a wife, Michelle, and Emily, and they're also expecting a little boy coming in May. But I always lived super far away from them, and it made me really sad because I was never super close to my brothers, and that still affects me today, actually. Anyways, when I was 2 years old, I moved from Ontario to BC with my family, my parents obviously, and my mom and I flew by plane, and my dad drove across the country in a car with all of our belongings, and I honestly had the best childhood growing up because my parents are fantastic and it was absolutely amazing. I actually grew up with my dad as a stay-at-home parent, and I definitely found that made a difference in my childhood and everything. My dad is actually a professional clown, so that was why he was able to stay home with me. Everyone always asked me if I was going to be a professional clown when I grew up, and I said no freaking way, but I am definitely a daddy's girl. When I was going into kindergarten, I went from one school for one day, and then I switched to another elementary school the next day, and then we moved again, and I found a neighbor that lived right across the kind of in my backyard. Basically, we always used to hop fences, but this was one of the very first friends that I made in my new kindergarten, so the third kindergarten that I've been in 1 year, and her name was Kendra, and we are still friends today. We're very good family friends and everything. When I was in grade 1, I had this huge stomach ache in my stomach, obviously, and I was actually in and out of the hospital for a very long time, and my parents were getting super worried about it and everything, and I was really scared because I had no idea what it was. It took the doctors a really long time to figure out what it was. It happened to be 2 hours before I was supposed to go into surgery that one of the doctors noticed red dots on my ankles, and they figured out that I actually had this sickness, but it was reversed because normally you get the dots and then the stomach ache. So basically I'm a freak of nature, but it was cured by some medication. And then I remember a couple weeks after that, my family and I went to Mexico for my brother Justin's wedding, and it was such an amazing time because I'd never been to a tropical place before, and the wedding was beautiful, and I was just really excited because I actually got to be the flower girl, which I had never experienced before, so that was a really awesome opportunity. And while I was there, I was super skinny from being in the hospital, so I was actually allowed to eat like everything I wanted. So I had lots of pizza, pasta, and ice cream. That's basically all I remember from Mexico, was just eating my brains out. So that was a really good time. Jumping back to school life, I went to one elementary school for K to 4th grade anyways, and then 5 and 6 I went to a different school, and this school was actually a fine arts school, so I got to experience dance and drama and like music, which I'm not talented in, but I always remembered in kindergarten having this evil dance teacher that I was so afraid of that I never wanted to dance again. But at this new school, I learned that dance was my new favorite thing, and I became quickly obsessed with it. I used to put on the music and choreograph all the time, that I actually started a group and won a couple awards from it, so that's really cool. And when I got to a studio, I actually did some exams and got pretty good marks for dance exams, and I was actually on point for a couple years as well. But dance soon became stressful for me, and I just decided to quit and take it easy and do it for fun. Back to my neighborhood and stuff, I actually had a friend that lived across the street from me, and her name was Jasmine, and we quickly became best friends when I moved in. And we also found Hannah and Olivia, which are sisters, and we became the neighborhood girls and are still best friends to this day. I remember always wanting to film videos with them and make music videos and stuff because I absolutely loved editing, that type of thing. And if you ask any one of them, I was kind of the director and the bossy one because I always got very angry at them if they didn't do it right. And yeah, so that's just a funny memory. And We all quickly became best friends and started talking about the future and everything. It was really nice to have a solid group of friends, and still to this day, they're the girls that I count on the most. But it was actually really sad because Jasmine had to move. She didn't move far away, she just left the neighborhood, so we were all very, very sad, and she still wishes that she lived here. And then came time for middle school, which I was only actually there for 2 years because high school in this district started at grade 10, whereas I went to high school in grade 9. And I remember having a really good group of friends that I had a lot of fun with. I remember middle school being really fun, but Nicole and Brittany were my top friends, I would say. And we actually all went to high school together, so we all left middle school a year early to go to this new high school. And even though we weren't as best friends as we are still really good friends today, and they're actually in my Spanish class, so that's pretty cool. And while I was at high school, I met a ton of amazing people, and so right now I have a very large group of friends, which I'm very lucky for, and they're absolutely amazing because they're always there, and it's really fun to have a really big group of friends. And then it came the dance class, and Lynn and Leah have been the best dance teachers, almost like second moms to me, and I've also met a lot of amazing people in my dance class, and like I said, they're not a dance class, they're like family, and they're so talented, and it honestly made my high school experience that much better. There's 5 girls that stand out, or I guess 4, not including me, that stand out to me because we were kind of the young group of dancers that, I don't know, hung out together, and we did a lot of things together. And it was in high school that I started watching YouTube videos about makeup, and I became obsessed, and so I was like, hey, I can film myself doing that. So thus, MissMikaylaG was born, and I started YouTube, and I just went really persistent with it. I didn't want to give up. I was so excited when I reached 10,000 subscribers because it just kind of ensured me that people actually like my videos and everything. In the beginning, I was really self-conscious of my videos just because I didn't know how the girls at my school were going to react, or my friends, and so I didn't tell anyone for a very long time, actually. And then when I did, everyone seemed to be really awesome about it and like really proud of me, I guess. And I didn't want this video to be negative in any way, even though I have gone through quite a bit in my life. These are all the names of the people that I've lost, which stands out a lot to me because I've dealt with a lot of deaths in my life compared to someone else my age, and I deal with them all differently, but I didn't want to focus on that for this video because that's not fun to watch. So in the current moment, I guess I have curly hair, but I'm focusing on graduation. I'm doing dance as for fun and not stressing about it because that's what dance is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. I'm focusing on YouTube because it's been amazing, and I've had already so many amazing opportunities. And something I didn't mention more in depth was I actually do have 2 jobs, and I have had 2 jobs for about a year now, and then I'm also focusing on next year going to college. But obviously my life is very much to be continued because I'm only graduating high school and I still have a lot of living to do left. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Have a great day. Bye.